Hey guys, Chris Mulder here, and I want to stop by just to talk about two headlines that have been making mortgage news this week. And they seem to be a little bit contradictory. On the one side, we have Ottawa and the Government of Canada being concerned about the debt levels that Canadians are carrying and the ease with which mortgage money is being given. On the other side, we have news that CMHC, Crown Corporation that is responsible for insuring mortgages, has reached or is reaching their $6 billion limit, which was approved by Parliament in 2008. So on the one side you have rules that want to be tightened by Ottawa, and on the other side you have CMHC reaching their limit, which is kind of acting as a brake on mortgages to begin with. But in this post I want to really talk about Ottawa tightening rules and what their concern is. So, as Canadians, we're proud of a few things. We're proud about our hockey, we love our beer, we love our donuts, we love Celine Dion, and we're particularly proud of our resilient economy. And it's true, if you talk to anybody from outside of Canada, they will talk with reverence about how remarkable it is that Canada has avoided the economic fallout. Well, you know, going back to Celine Dion, maybe not Celine Dion for everyone, being proud about Canada. But it's really due to our banking system, our very prudent, conservative banking system, that we've really avoided a lot of the economic fallout. So, if we have such a prudent banking system, what is it that Ottawa is concerned with? And specifically, what is it about debt levels that Ottawa is concerned with? If you refer to my post on sonofabroker.com, you'll see there's a graph. And that graph is showing something very interesting, which is keeping Jim Flaherty up at night. What the graph shows is that heavy debtors, so there's a specific definition for heavy debtors, so those who carry a lot of debt, heavy debtors are borrowing more money. So in 2007, if you had, what the graph shows is from 2007, that those heavy debtors have increased their debt load by 100.14, I think, percent. So that means that they've basically doubled their debt in a 5-year period. And what's even more revealing is that of those people who are considered heavy debtors, 44% are 45 plus Canadians. So that's really bad. If you think about that, we have older people acquiring more debt, and that is really bad in general for the Canadian economy, because that down the road will have serious repercussions. So, you know, I can appreciate the government's concern about debt levels, but I really don't think that it's fair that Ottawa should be targeting mortgages and lenders. Because I can assure you, I am working day in and day out with mortgage lenders and insurers, and it has never been harder for consumers or borrowers to acquire mortgage money. And if anybody right now is watching this and is going through an experience qualifying for a mortgage, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment. But it is really hard. Today, credit really needs to be earned. You know, the conspiracy theorist in me is concerned or thinking about something else that's coming down the pipeline, perhaps some political play or something that's at stake here. And my comment, my 2 cents on this is, if the government is that concerned about debt levels for Canadians, how about educating consumers about debt, about how to use their credit card debt? You know, we have a government very concerned about the health of Canadians. They talk about putting warning labels on cigarettes, on booze. Most recently, they're talking about sugar. Well, what about debt? You know, nobody ever taught Canadians how to deal with their debt. So that's my cynical look at it. But I'm really concerned that if Ottawa starts to tighten mortgage rules, as they're indicating they'd like to do, that's really going to clamp down on a market, the Canadian mortgage market and Canadian real estate market, which is already showing signs of slowing down. It's not as much of a bubble as we had expected. So, if you have any questions about what I'm talking about here, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a line. You can visit me on my blog, sonofabroker.com, to ask your questions, leave your comments, and I'll be posting another post talking specifically about CMHC reaching their limit. So I'll catch you next time. Have a great weekend.